What's happening, Reds? It's Jamie Webster here. Just wanted to say, subscribe below. Thank you very much.
Hiya, and this is the Liverpool Connection podcast, and this is our new show called the PubChat. We're at BD Riley's in Austin, Texas. I am Dazza, and I've got 3 starters with me today. I've got Glenn, Julian, and El Presidente, as you should know anyway. Let's crack on. Crystal Palace, Liverpool. I guess we should start at the beginning, yeah. The starting 11 came out, and defo some players on there that I thought wouldn't start.
Yeah, the main one that stood out was Phillips, wasn't it?
Yeah,
I think Phillips was the main one that stood out for me. I thought Gomez was definitely was gonna play, and then you guys said that he had an injury.
Yeah, no, he had a knock. James Pearce reported it. Said he had a knock. I don't know what that knock was, where you can't play 90 minutes, but you can play 30.
Yeah, he was the big one, and then also Milner. I think Milner coming in, but then at the same time we've had so many injuries in midfield that it was. I don't know really. I don't really know. I mean, it was the same thing with Henderson, right? Where he had a problem as well. So. I don't know, we're probably going to touch a little bit more on the injuries in a minute, aren't we? But what about you guys? What do you think?
What about, we had Keita missed the last game because he was ill. He's on the bench today. And obviously most of us thought he was going to start, right? So again,
I mean,
why?
I think he's being, Klopp, with all the injuries that we have currently, Klopp is being very mindful and very careful that if we get another 1-2 serious injuries, then we are probably in a bad position, which is why, just touching back on what you just said, Henderson obviously wasn't 100%, had a knock in the week. We couldn't risk starting Henderson if he wasn't 100%. Obviously Gomez had a problem as well. Keita's only just come back from sickness, so that was basically his only option, really, the team today. And you saw that by the lack of options on the bench as well.
Sorry, I was just going to say, I didn't know what Keita's injury was because I feel like I've not seen Keita for a while.
It was sick.
Is that what it is? So because he never really played against City either, did he?
No, not COVID. It's just ill.
Because he didn't even feature at all. Am I right in saying that? He didn't even come on against City. I don't think he did he? What's he had
Yeah, he came on.
He had the shit. He had the shits for 3 weeks.
Apparently so, yeah.
But I don't know where to go after that, really. Yeah. All right. Well, other than that, other than the Keita one, would you think anyone else would have started? Other than them two, would you surprised of anyone else?
No, because I mean, when we talked the other week, I mean, I was Hendo, Fabinho, and Elliott to start. That's who I thought would start.
Yeah.
But yeah, the issues with the injuries and whether they're minor or they're out for 6 weeks, it's a bit troubling now. Bobby as well. So, with Jota out, Bobby out, and obviously Nunes.
Yeah, which we'll obviously come on to. But
yeah.
Should we do the injuries now, or should we save it?
The injuries.
I think everyone knows about the injuries, right? I mean, it's such a disaster of a start to the season for that. It's a full team. You look at the bench today, and the bench was devoid of options. You look at that, and who do we have? And that's really troubling going into the season, second game. This many injuries, and obviously our fitness, our pre-season preparations have got to be looked at because that's obviously it's causing a problem. You don't get that many muscle injuries. It looks like as the majority as well, which is it's a huge problem. That first half was pretty fucking dire, to be blunt.
But hang on 1 second though, because we were talking a little bit before about it, and to think that there's that many players with muscle injuries and we're 2 games in, what you put it down to? Maybe overtraining or what is that? To think that we're on our second game of the season and we have our 5th choice centre back playing centre back, and we basically got probably our fifth and sixth choice midfielders both playing centre midfield.
But you have to remember that
Like-
with the World Cup coming in December, they've
Condensed.
compressed the summer training, right? So now they're putting all that training session.
Well, it didn't work, did it?
No.
So
That's fine.
I'm just saying that's
it didn't work.
But
Whatever
it's
they
only
did.
but it's only with us. I don't think you've seen there's not loads of muscle injuries with Man City or with Man United or like with Arsenal. We've got like 10 players.
well, Man United, they don't try hard enough in the game to pull any muscles.
Okay, but seriously though, to see
I was being serious.
That's fine, but there's that many players that have got muscle injuries and we played one game. It is a bit weird, isn't it?
It's frustrating because it seems to be happening like every other day. Another player is taken out for precautionary reasons, and then like with Mata, now it ends up to be.
And that's my point though, right? This isn't bad luck, right? This doesn't just happen. This is something that
I don't think so.
This isn't bad luck. This is something that we've obviously got the preparations wrong. Unfortunately, something's gone wrong in the pre-season, the setup, the training, etc. Because this many muscle injuries at once at pretty much the same time is kind of telling.
They need to eat more celery.
As well, how is the celery today, by the way? You didn't get carrots, but
Celery's on point.
Thank you to BD Riley's again, by the way, for hosting us tonight for the celery. We get celery given to us by BD.
Bastards on
It's
the
so
burgers,
kind.
aren't we, Darren?
Yeah, it's good
So,
too.
cheers, BD Riley's, for Wilson celery.
Anyway, back to the
Get
football.
Be fit,
Yeah.
exercise, eat healthy. Come on. You've just got to watch these pints. Anyway, back
Don't
to
do
the
what I
game.
do.
Yeah, back to the football.
Come on, Graham.
So, I actually thought the first 15, 20 minutes, I thought we were really good. I thought we were on it. We looked brilliant. Like down that right hand side with Trent and Harvey and Salah, I thought we looked really, really good. And 10, 15 minutes in, I thought, we're going to batter these. I actually thought we were going to win quite comfortably. And then it just after that little 20-minute spell, it just it totally just dropped off, didn't it?
We got frustrated, right? And we've seen this before, where we started taking shots when we shouldn't have taken shots. We started making bad decisions. Elliot started really well. I thought he was brilliant the entire time he played. The entire time he was on the pitch today, Elliot was. If we were to pick a standout and we were to pick a positive out of the game, then Harvey Elliott I thought was excellent. I can't say that about many others. We'll talk about the second half in a minute, but first half, it was
even in the first, even if you actually
tough.
think about the first half and you think about, we did create a lot of chances. We had the one for Salah. I think there was two for Salah in the first half. You had the one when it got cut back from Trent and he hit it. He could have opened his body a little bit more. Yeah, Elliot had one.
Yeah.
Nunez had the one which he just sort of he totally mishit it, didn't he? And it hit him, come off the post and whatnot. And then I think Nunez had one near the back post as well, didn't he? That he just totally got wrong and he just sort of volleyed over. So we did create chances, but we just it's like you say, there was also times where we just rushed it, where there was just we'd shoot when we just couldn't shoot and we didn't need to shoot.
And Palace set up really well. They had a game plan. They knew what they were going to do. They were going to sit in, wait, hit us on the break. So tactically, Vieira, brilliant. Worked, having Zaha through the middle.
To an extent, yeah. I mean,
Well, they won. It worked.
they didn't win. It was actually a draw. It
First
feels
half. It felt like it.
Yeah.
They won first half.
But you say that, but we did actually create a lot of chances within that time.
Yeah.
They scored a goal, but from 30 minutes, you could say Liverpool played really well. As in, they created a lot of chances.
I thought we played well.
I thought
we played well. I didn't think we played really well. I thought we played all right. I didn't think we were that fantastic.
We could have been 2 or 3-0 up in that first 30 minutes.
Did you get points for winning the first half?
No.
I didn't think so. I didn't think so.
Yeah.
No. Maybe in his world.
Maybe. Might be.
But
I'm glad we didn't actually, because we would have lost today. So thank goodness there was a second half.
There always is usually. It's 90 minutes.
I know. Sometimes you wish there wasn't.
Well, today
this is shy. Just end it. Let's get this home. Let's move on. Come on.
Yeah, halfway through.
45 minutes. Yeah. Let's move on to the
Good to
next.
see you still talking shit this week.
Done. Only because you're here, Glenn. This is why.
Should we catch the goal? Should we talk about the goal? Or?
Yeah. Go for it. Yeah.
So it's like it comes from their goalkeeper, doesn't it? So like Salah loses the ball in the edge of the box, and and the goalkeeper just one big whack down the pitch, basically, doesn't it? And then Fabinho has to foul him. Who is the player that goes past Fabinho? Is it Eze?
Yeah.
But you know, like Klopp said, we had 2 people on Eze, 2 people on Zaha, and so that goal. I mean, it's so frustrating from a tactical
simple, isn't it?
Standpoint, and for people that have played for a long time, that should have never happened. That goal should never have happened.
I think if Fabinho fouls him, then he doesn't get the pass.
Even without fouling him, Fabinho should have done better. You know, in a peak Fabinho, full fitness, you know, that doesn't happen.
But the worst thing there
He
is
tackles that, he wins that ball.
Yeah. But then even from Phillips and Van Dijk, like they're both. It's too easy to say this, and I do feel bad on Phillips in saying this, but if it is Gomez or if it is Matip, I think they're pushed up.
They do.
The line is better.
Yeah.
But Gomez has the pace as well.
You can't be pushed up more than they were at midfield.
They would have had if that was Matip or Gomez, Konate to an extent. I don't think that goal happens. I think the line,
they would have been at the halfway line. They weren't at the halfway line. They were about 10 yards up. I think, how many times did you see Liverpool catch them?
I think outside of that play, Phillips, I think he played a good game. He cleared a lot of danger, and for someone that doesn't get to play very often, I thought he put a good.
But we shouldn't be in that position.
No, we shouldn't.
Honestly, second game.
But you can't. You know, it's not about one play, right? They scored on the one chance, but
he's just not good with his feet.
He's just not a Premier League defender, right? He's good to a certain extent, and he's done well for us at certain times.
I do feel a bit harsh on him because you're right, but I also feel like I wonder when he got told he was playing centre half today, so he might have only got told, and I don't know.
But that was always going to be a difficult challenge for any one of our center backs on that side with Zaha playing up there. He is a handful, you know. He has all the tricks. He has pace. He has power. So it would have been. But I think that in that situation, we lost focus. The team lost focus on that side.
You can't allow the ball to go forward, so
exactly.
You know what they're going to do.
Exactly.
And to be fair, in the first half, I think it was the first time they did it. It must have been their first shot. It must have been. I can't think of another.
I don't recall any others. They obviously had the one after that. But
and sometimes when you're playing against a team that, you know, they're just going to sit behind the ball like that, and they look at, that's all they're pretty much looking for, and we just played right into their hands, really, didn't we? But
you know their game plan from the off, and yeah, I mean for me, exactly what you lot said as well. Fabinho should have done something. Much better second half.
Well,
I mean, that's
I don't think it was.
Glenn disagrees.
The stats say there wasn't a better second half. I'm just telling you.
No, so it's like weird bits in this game because as soon as they scored, then I think it was about around the 35 minutes. The next 10 of the first half, we weren't great. Then the second half, we weren't great either. Then, you know, Nunes turns into Conor McGregor and lands one on him. And then after that, obviously we have a...
Yeah, we woke up, we played far better with 10 men than we did with 11, which is criminal to do that, right? At 10 men, we showed some energy, some passion. But the crowd woke up as well, because the crowd seemed pretty quiet.
It was shy tonight, wasn't it?
It was
actually
quiet.
Awful.
But Diaz arrived because he was wasn't having a good game before then, but then Diaz then became Pele for 20 minutes and was involved in everything, scored that sensational goal. Diaz, he was brilliant. But Nunes,
let's go back to Nunes. Let's
talk about the man with the yellow boots.
Get away from that quickly,
okay.
That's the yellow boots.
I was worried about the yellow boots. The moment I saw the yellow boots, don't wear yellow boots. Come on, not on your first home start.
If you're going to get sent off, you may as well do it for doing something pretty. I mean,
I hope he's
so daft, isn't it? It's so daft. But I was reading as well. He's never been sent off for Benfica before, has he? So it's not like he's had.
Welcome to the English league, where he's going to get that, and now he's going to get that more with every defender playing against him when he comes back, knowing, I'm going to wind him up, I'm going to get behind him, I'm going to tickle him. He won't like that.
In the Champions League, when you're playing against big horrible defenders from Turkey and Italy and stuff like that, he's going to get that now. I suppose it's a bit of a learning thing for him, isn't he? He's going to have to wait now, probably 3 or 4 weeks or whenever we got a midweek game, haven't we? So 2 weeks.
Well, he's definitely going to be out. So he's definitely going to be out 3 games. Excuse me, 3 games. There is a possibility he could be out 5. That could happen. Hopefully it doesn't, but that's on the table. But it does leave us in a massive predicament because Jota is still out. And without any pre-season, he's going to need time. So it leaves us with
the only good thing
Firmino.
with that. Yeah, the only good thing with that is that now we've got now another 7 days, haven't we? So if Jota is cold, I don't even know if Jota's coached or not. Is he even training?
Back in training next week.
Well, that might be too soon.
And I really hope Klopp, who obviously loves moaning a little bit about fixtures, doesn't complain that Man United have an extra 2 days rest. But we'll see. Hopefully he does.
We've got the week.
Hey, I thought they were trying to get the game postponed anyway.
Let's go to let's not go there yet.
Can't
Let's not go there yet.
So let's talk about this game still, right?
Palace.
Yeah.
Let's get back to Palace.
Yep.
So the Nunes, we've all said the Nunes thing was a bit daft, wasn't it? But it's weird, like you say. As soon as that happened, and then the changes were really important. I felt like Henderson really helped us
Stability.
out. Gomez come on, and this was the weird thing. I was like, Gomez come on. It's just a bit like, well, if he can do 30, then why couldn't he do 90?
We just looked more comfortable as a team, and well, I guess the Gomez was the same as Henderson, wasn't it?
Yeah, but Henderson, like if you play in a Liverpool midfield, you have to move around more. If you're playing centre back in that game, Liverpool got 75% possession. If you're a centre half, you're not doing that much really. It's more concentration, and it's more about like little sprints, and it's more like staying like basically with Zaha. That's all his job would have been.
If it's a player though, without a history of injuries, I get it, but it's Gomez, and if he has the slightest knock, and considering Matip is out, Konate is out, you can't risk Gomez from the start. You just can't, because then if he gets injured and he's out for fucking 3-6 months or whatever,
that's probably his thinking, isn't it?
Yeah, that's his thinking. That's why he didn't start.
But
You can't.
when he come on, we looked a lot comfortable. I thought Kostas was absolutely shocking. He offered absolutely nothing.
Well, he hasn't had a pre-season as well, has he?
I don't know.
He's been out the entire time, I believe.
He
struggled.
He was poor.
You saw Klopp screaming at him.
He didn't do anything. But Henderson did well. And then having that 3 in the midfield, actually, Fabinho today looked a bit leggy, didn't he?
Yeah, he looked the same as what he did last week.
Yeah, he looked like it last week.
Tired, But him and when it was that 3 in there, and then as you say with Diaz going sort of through the middle, Diaz had a weird game because I felt like Diaz was poor in the first half. He was poor with his end product, his actual being on the ball.
Yeah,
I don't think he really affected the game. But his work ethic is amazing. Like he doesn't stop the whole time. But when he has the ball, there's times where he can just literally keep it and give it back to Robertson, give it back to the midfield. But there's times where like he can maybe go one more and even get a shot away. He just didn't have
his
that final product.
His decision making is not great, right? He tends to be someone that he gets the ball and then he thinks about what he's going to do rather than he's thinking ahead before he gets the ball. Okay, he's very reactionary.
The goal
essentially.
was ridiculous, wasn't it?
That's Diaz all over though, and that's what I'm. And I said this previously. I'm excited to see Diaz this season and whether he can take it to that next level. Is he going to be a player that's consistently performing at a really good level, or is he going to be a player who's going to give us these wonderful moments, right, from time to time, right? Yeah. But is hit or miss essentially. And when you're competing with City and it's so tight, you can't afford that. You really can't afford that. So we saw from Diaz today what we saw in pre-season, what we saw last season as well, and hopefully that improves. Yeah, but I'm not seeing it at the moment. I'm seeing the Diaz what I expected to see.
I sort of get what you're saying. I think last year we could use him from the bench more, and you could bring him on for 20 minutes and 30 minutes when defenders were leggy, and you could just give him the ball and let him run and get you up the pitch and stuff. But I do sort of understand what you're saying. I think for that 20 or 30 minutes, I thought he was brilliant. He was really good.
He took the game by the scruff of the neck.
Oh, he was everywhere.
I mean, you saw him in the front, and he ran all the way down the pitch. Like if he lost the ball, he was on it again. So, yeah, he probably my best player of the second half was Diaz. He just gave it all.
What was your thought? What was your thoughts on actual Nunes' performance performance tonight? Because I thought
Nervous.
yeah,
Pressure.
Kind of nervous, yeah.
He strikes me already as a very emotional guy.
Well,
right? I mean, he's Uruguayan, and
yeah.
you could see the passion runs through him. But
I think a lot of that spilled over in the red card, didn't it? Is that he's had,
he was getting frustrated.
He's had 2 really good chances, and he's fluffed at them both. Yeah. He actually had 3 because he had the one with a handball, which well, it wasn't a handball, but the one where he thought he misses that, and he had the one where he messes up and it hits the post, and then he had the one at the back post. So he did have a couple of chances, to be fair.
Yeah.
But I just felt like he looked a bit. I mean, don't get me wrong, it's only his first game at Anfield, but he didn't look.
I mean, we can't say that it was not unprovoked, right? He was provoked though. I know. I'm just saying that he didn't just turn around and headbutt. It was coming. It was. It was happening.
That
right?
sort of stuff happens. It's going to happen.
Of course.
Every single. I mean, how many times do you think someone's given Mo Salah stick in the game? He doesn't turn around.
You know what? I'm glad you bring that up, because the first half, the fullback of Crystal Palace, I don't recall who he was getting real stuck into Salah. And if you notice, he was kneeing in the back of Salah and grabbing his shirt, and Salah just stood on his feet, turned him and beat him. And that's the kind of thing that Núñez needs to learn. If he's going to be a success in the Premier League, then he's got to freaking man up. Yeah. He's got to be strong. He's got to be mentally, and he's got to be mentally strong for that, because he's going to get that non-stop, week in, week out. Especially now after that red card, defenders are going to be winding him up, flicking his ear and shit, pulling his shirt, grabbing his little hair bit, grabbing his little, fucking underhair. Yeah. I think he's going to get it all.
I just think the occasion got to him.
Yeah, I mean...
it did. It really did.
It just did.
Yeah. Just don't wear yellow boots. Why would you wear it? It's just ridiculous. So,
but I mean...
It's a big deal.
If you would have scored 3 tonight, you would have been like...
Those yellow boots,
amazing.
Brilliant. They would have put them in the club shop immediately with a little Nana's ponytail stuck on the back of them, And they would have sold millions.
But I think that was important that Firmino was hurt, because I think Firmino would have started today over Núñez, and then bring Núñez in.
I don't know.
I had Bobby starting.
I had Núñez starting, but without the Bobby. But who knows? Yeah. Well, Bobby's going to hopefully start next weekend. So. Hopefully we have a midfield. Hopefully we have a midfield next weekend. Hopefully. Well, Jay Spearing, we need a midfielder. He's back. He's in the reserves helping out.
I actually think Palace did do pretty well. I think they'll have a pretty decent season this year, Palace.
We said this last week. Palace will be Palace again. They won't go down. They won't get top 4. They won't get Europa League. They'll be smack bang.
They've got some really good individual players. I like that left back, that Mitchell. He's good. I think he'll move on to a bigger club. The front three are always going to be a pain. And I thought they did well. I thought the centre backs were good as well. The left sided centre back is
Klein played really well.
He did all right.
I mean, we're saying they played well, but they had a 25% possession. They had 4 shots in the game.
But that was their tactics. That's what they went to Anfield for.
That doesn't mean you played well. You just sat there.
No, they played well. They did their job.
Are you expecting Crystal Palace to come and get?
No, I'm not saying that. But
possession? No way.
You can't give them all the adulation. Like, hey, you did a great job. No, you didn't do anything. You stood there. You didn't actually play football.
But you're going to see that. You're going to see that for 12 more times this season.
I thought Palace were excellent. I thought Palace went there to do a job, to get a result, have a game plan. They got the game plan, and they came away with a point.
That's playing well.
Here's one thing. We saying before, it was 24 shots. Liverpool had 24 shots. Mm-hmm. Tell me a time when the goalie made a save. Like I'm not talking about the one from Elliott, where he made a save. He didn't make a save, either a good save, did he? So they must have done. I think we had 10 shots, and 10 of them were blocked as well, which is poor on our part, but also. Their point of view, I think they did defend well.
Yeah, they threw bodies on the line, and I thought they played well. They frustrated us, which is they hit us on the counter, got their goal.
I tell you what, two draws now, and it feels like 2 defeats. Can you imagine? Can you imagine what the Evertonians are feeling like every week?
No, I can't. Actually.
Oh my God!
I don't want to.
It's awful, isn't it? We didn't even want to do this. We didn't even want to do this before. We're like, oh no.
We're happy Footy's back, right?
Yeah.
Look at this second game of the season.
You haven't even got it's not like you've got 2 days now and then there's another game. You've got another week to stew on it. Although we've got a small game next week.
If you'd asked us at the beginning of the season, our first 2 matches, you would have said 6 points, wouldn't you?
Yeah.
You would have.
Yep.
And we've got 2.
Yeah.
And it doesn't feel good. Not at all. I mean, 4 points already behind City, and then City play before us, so we could basically be 7 points behind.
And that's where the disappointment is, right? Because we know how tight
you just got
it has been
pace
between us and City. I mean, we're not looking to get top 4. We're looking to win the league, right? That's the difference now. We're looking to make that next step. And I think we all speak for everyone that we look at this side, we look at the squad, we look at the start we've made, and it feels like we're pretty far off City, like further than the points gap it is, honestly, at the moment.
It's 2 games. Do you know what I mean? It is 2 games.
But they're playing
City. Say that.
But City already are playing free-flowing football. They are.
City look comfortable.
While we're just like chugging along.
1 second now. So they've just played Bournemouth at home. So if I could pick any team I want to play against, it would be Bournemouth at home. Like, especially, people are gonna over here gonna laugh, but it's actually been quite hot back home as well, hasn't it? Mm-hmm. So like, if you're playing against any team, you do not want to be playing against City in the heat when they're just pinging the ball around, boring you to death. So, I mean, is it a bit of a concern that we've drew both our games yet? But still a long way to go.
There's a long way to go. There is a long way to go.
It would concern me more if we'd lost one, to be honest. So getting 2 points, like they always say, is better than getting nothing.
It is, but if we could have lost one and won one, then we'd have more points.
Frustrating.
I get it, though. But yeah, I get what you're saying.
Well, you gotta find positives, right? So you're like, at least we haven't lost. We still have 2 points on the board, more than United, more than Everton, more than what?
Yeah, all
7 teams. So it's just.
We're grasping for straws here.
Or celery. How's your celery going, by the way?
Oh God, we're back. Back to that. Back to the celery.
The crunch.
No more celery. That's it. So only football.
We're going to touch on Man United on Thursday, right? Or Thursday. Or Friday.
We're going to release 2 episodes this week because of the Man United is a big one.
You can't say the days.
What did he say?
Thursday or Friday?
Thursday.
Oh, Thursday. Yeah, who knows? Who knows when this is going to be out?
Okay. Well,
but if you subscribe to the channel, you'll actually get a pop-up and you'll get an alert, right? And it will tell you when a new episode has been released.
Put yes for notifications, because that's always good, because you get it first.
Yep.
So
ring that bell.
Hey,
ring that bell.
Speaking of subscribers, we want to thank everyone for subscribing to the page, and you guys have really come and really supported our channel. So we wanted to say thank you for everybody that signed up.
Hey,
where's your book?
Where's your book, Steve? You said you were going to announce a winner to give away Pep Linda's book, which is called Intensity.
I will bring that on our next podcast.
It's really not about the book, though. It's about who signs that book.
Yeah.
El Presidente.
That's right. So in our next episode, I'll have the book and I will announce the winner. And
so you're looking for interesting comments.
There was 22 comments
so far. Going to give the book away in 2025 at this rate.
Now next week, or this week is on the next episode.
Okay.
We'll have episode. Okay.
So
I'll bring it on set.
Yeah, you bring it on set.
Yeah, oh God.
Okay, you have to check with your makeup lady first, though. Yeah?
That's right.
Yeah. Get some blush going, all that kind of stuff.
So should we chat a little bit about the weekend then? Cheer ourselves up a little bit.
Conte and Tuchel. How good was that? How good was that? Football's back. That was hilarious at the end. I love the passion, the drama. That was good. That was.
It was a really good game. I thought Chelsea looked actually quite good, to be fair. Considering they've not really.
I think Chelsea got robbed.
Yeah, they
Chelsea should have won that game.
That was a great volley by Pure Valley, wasn't it?
Yeah, it was.
Brilliant volley.
That was a goal.
No, they both teams looked pretty good. It was a live one. Did anyone get to watch? The Billionaire Blues on Saturday morning? No.
I did watch the Billionaire Blues.
Did you?
Yeah.
They are horrific, aren't they?
And
they are horrific. So things could be a lot worse.
You remember in England where obviously we had 1p and 2p, right? And then it was 5p. Do you remember? Are you old enough where it was half a p? You remember that?
You?
Yeah. You remember the half a p? You must remember that.
No, anyway, go
half a p. That's what Everton were like, right? Half a penny. They were terrible.
Okay, that's a awful analogy. All that weight for that.
And what's with their badge?
I don't know.
Have you seen their badge?
No.
It's like literally it's got rid of their badge and it's just like the diagram, just the outside of it. There's nothing inside of the badge. It's very weird.
Of course, there's nothing inside of the badge.
Very strange. Well, that sums them up, right?
No, it was.
It's very weird.
It was a big win for Gerrard actually, because if they won, then he would have been under a lot of pressure. Just see that the centre back, the new centre back, just got injured today, hasn't he? He's out for 6 months.
Is he really?
Yeah. Well, so they could be in a bit of trouble there.
That means, God, yeah, that was a bad injury he got in I think it was the first half, but 6 months.
I know. Anyone see City? Do we want to talk about that?
I saw City.
we just yeah.
I saw that Leeds United States of America got a point, so.
Yeah, they did. But they were 2-0 up, weren't they? Yeah. So the American manager.
Is that your third team now? So is it Liverpool, Austin FC, Leeds United FC?
No. Leeds United States of America FC.
United States of America?
No, it's not my team. But they have a point, so.
Yeah, I seen that. They were 2-0 up, though, weren't they? So.
Anyway.
Good old Leeds. I hope they go down.
No, but it's great to have the Prem back.
Yeah, of course.
Looking forward to upcoming games.
Should we touch on the last game on the Saturday evening? Anybody watch it? Obviously, all three of you did.
What are you talking about? What game?
Brentford against Man United.
Oh, Brentford against Man United. Get in, you bees. How good was that? Let's end on a high,
Cheer
right?
ourselves up a little bit.
Man United were... well, they're Man United of the past few seasons, weren't they? No direction, a mess. Ronaldo obviously doesn't work for them. The way they play, they were lazy.
Martinez, a 5'8" centre half.
I mean, he looks smaller, doesn't he? than that.
But can you imagine, though, coming in on the Monday thinking it's your day off and you have to come in and run the 13 kilometers that you were outran during the game?
They just have they have no direction.
There's no leaders on that team at all.
I saw Gary Neville and Jamie Carragher. They did a piece the other day about all of the signings Man United have made. Mm-hmm. And when you look at that list and you see those names and you see that the list is so bad that they put Harry Maguire in, he's done okay. Yeah. That's how bad it is. When honestly, if Harry Maguire was 18 million, it's still, I think, a world record fee for a centre back is Harry Maguire. To me, he's been an abject disaster of a signing, and it starts with him. But that list of players, I think the only two they had that were a success were Zlatan
Fernandes
and Bruno Fernandes, and that was it.
But then
that's shocking.
But then as soon as Ronaldo got in, Fernandes...
Yeah, he downed tools, basically, didn't he?
That's another thing with them, is Fernandes had a great 6 months, and then last year he was poor, really. Well, and then they give him a new contract. They basically give him double money contract. The whole things.
What is it? I mean, De Gea, 4 or 5 seasons ago, one of the world's best goalkeepers, and
he made those mistakes. I can't remember if it was the Euros or the World Cup.
Dean Henderson's
and it was the first time that De Gea wasn't the keeper that he was. He's not.
Shite.
And of course, Dean Henderson won this weekend.
To be fair, though, to be fair, De Gea last year was actually pretty good for them. But the way that he wants to play now, and I don't know if I said it.
He can't play with his feet, though, can he?
I know. I don't know if I said this at the one that didn't go out or not. But that's what I was saying to you. His feet. He can't. If they want to play out back,
he can't do it.
And do you know what now is? Remember when and I feel like we're going a bit too thing here. Because obviously we're going to speak about it on later on in the week. Yeah. But when Ragnick first came in and he was trying to play this 4-2-2-2, well, how many twos there is, right? And then after about a month he was like, these are all crap. I can't do this anymore, and I just have to just play 5 at the back. I think with Ten Hag now, I wonder what his approach is going to be going forward, because with the players they've got, they can't play out like that. Not with that goalkeeper, and not with a centre half. They can't do it.
Well, a sign of a team, and they don't do a great team, but a good team is that you can go through and pick. Okay, that's their best left back. That's their best centre back. That's their best right back. Their best centre midfielder, and so on. You can't do that with Man United. Pretty much in any position on the pitch. Who's their best centre backs? I don't know. Who's their best left back? Right back, centre midfield, up front, who plays left, right. There's no clear answer to that side. Yeah. And I don't see it improving, but they play us next, which we're going to talk about on our
Let's
next
talk about that next
podcast.
podcast. I have a question for you guys.
Yeah.
Since you guys are all across the pond, growing up, my first recollection of English football, Trevor Francis came over to Detroit on loan, played in the NASL for
back in 1950.
1955. Anyway, so obviously we have a song that says we hate Nottingham Forest, right? Liverpool does. But as a footy fan, seeing them come up this year and then getting their first victory, does that... You guys for that? You guys have any feelings?
I like Forest. Proper club, proper history.
It's great to see Notts
Great
Forest
ground, great city.
Right.
Yeah.
Okay, I was just wondering because, like I said, we have a song that said "We Hate Nottingham Forest."
It's more in because we got to remember in the early '80s, Forest were a force in the European Cup winners. They've
won one more European Cup than City.
They've only won two, but they won two of them back to back.
Yeah.
Oh, fucking hell.
They won two, by the way.
Two more.
What's in that?
But that's why, and I'm glad because for Nottingham as well. Nottingham is a wonderful place in the country. Fantastic. They have really
that's
good
where Robin
fans.
Hood is from.
Yeah, Sherwood. Very good. You've been doing your history, all right? That's good. Yeah, Robin Hood was from there.
Men in tights.
Yeah. You know, his great grandson is on the
Robin
board
Hood?
at Nottingham Forest.
Who's Robin Hood?
Yeah, he's on the board. Yeah, it's very.
So were you talking about
That was Maid Marian really
he's
hot?
got a lot
or
of money.
Oh, okay.
He stole it from the American owners and gave it to Nottingham. Yeah, he's
So
done
not
very
only
good.
is this a football podcast, it's
History.
a history podcast as well.
It's historical as well, so we're teaching you things.
Yeah.
You know what's historical or hysterical? I don't know which one. Is subscribe.
Down,
That's what I say. Subscribe, and like. I'm really happy we started this pub chat. Third episode already, about to be 4 at the end of the week. But enjoying it so far, lads.
It's a good laugh. Yeah, we're going to do another one this week, so we're going to talk about the Manchester United game, which I am dreading, like I dread every year. Regardless of how good we are normally against them, it's just one of those games
you just never know.
you grew up with that we would always lose against them in the 80s, it felt like as well, and that's still part of my youth.
It doesn't matter where we are in the league, what form we are. When we play United,
Well, it's Liverpool, Manchester, and then you got to who's got the better bands in the music scene, because that's more important, right?
A week ago they were like, "Hey, we should get this game postponed. They're going to kick the shit out of us." Right after the result today, they're probably feeling a little bit better about themselves. And
I'm still with the United fans that want the Glazers out.
Yeah,
I am. If they want to do that, then don't do the shit you did last season. You invade the pitch, you smash the fucking stadium up. It's already smashed up anyway, so you don't need to do any of that. But do it. Protest, Glazers out all you want. I'm with them, 100%.
Regarding Manchester, Daz, I have one last question for you before we wrap this up. Okay. The Stone Roses, okay? Mm-hmm. I truly believe, and I've listened to both thousands of times, that the second album is far better than the first album. And I love the first album, but I think the second album, the growth in that band is so good that I think it's better. And I think the first album is dated so much that the second album, though, is fantastic. What are your thoughts on this?
First album's absolutely brilliant.
It's brilliant. But the second album is really underrated.
I love the second album, and it is underrated.
Yeah.
But you're talking absolute cod shit.
I know, yeah.
Fucking what you talking about, mate?
That's exactly why I wanted your opinion.
The first album is class.
It is class.
From the first song.
Second album's better.
To the last song.
Second album's better. It really is.
Hey, I'm going to tell you a story though. So after these,
you know about the Stone Roses?
He's going to talk about Hootie and the Blowfish. That's what
I'm going to tell you a story. So after these podcasts,
Creed.
Julie and I have been doing some dive bar action. We go find a dive bar after to kind of rehash the episode. And so last week we went to this dive bar.
Used to has been going out.
We went to a dive bar after the pod.
So shout out to Barflies that we went to.
We went to Barflies last week.
And then Canary Roost the week before.
Yeah, that was.
But anyway, so we went to Barflies last week and they had this jukebox. And I went up there. I knew not one song And I said, Julian, this jukebox is all yours, man. He went up there and he thought, I mean, like, he's hugging the jukebox because it's
That was an amazing jukebox, I have to say.
So Barfly, shout out to you for your jukebox.
Yeah,
Great story, bro.
It was a good jukebox.
That's very romantic, thank you.
And with that, let's wrap this up.
Hello, yeah.
Please.
Yeah.
Jesus Christ. Yeah, the dating app.
These two are going to go off tonight and
Go find a dive bar.
they're going into
Maybe.
Go into the.
You're more than welcome to
That's
join.
not a dive bar.
You're going to go to the Rigi Hotel and
The
get
Origi, that's
a
not a
bed
dive
for one.
bar. That's not a dive
That's
bar.
not a dive
Single
bar.
bed. Right, we're wrapping up.
Anyway.
Too many windows in that one.
Hello. Wrapping it.
But yeah, coming to a close. Not a very good result for Liverpool, but end of the day, as we all say, 36 matches to play, so tons to play for, and only way is up now. So yeah.
What do you think of Yaz?
Only way is up.
Thank you.
Fuck's sake.
All right. Thank you, everyone.
Cheers.
Thanks everyone,
Bye.
and please subscribe and like and say yes to the notifications, and you'll get it straight away. And ta for tuning in.